Y'all, I am currently on my way to a job interview for an overnight position at McDonald's. And when I tell you, this has been a very humbling experience. If you're new here, my name is Rain, and I am in the process of going through a debt payoff journey to pay down over $45,000 of debt. Now, I have not officially told my debt story, which I'm going to be making a video about that pretty soon. But here's the gist. I am looking to do an overnight job just to kind of help expedite my payoff process. I'm also going to be working full-time with American Express starting September 8th. So if I can manage to survive on 3 to 4 hours of sleep while working 2 full-time jobs, or at least a full-time and a part-time, then I feel like that's going to really help to push me through paying off this debt way sooner than I planned, which was June 30th, 2028, which is my 35th birthday. It's humbling because I told myself I was never going to work at McDonald's. And I don't know why there was this shame associated with working at McDonald's or what, but I'm glad that I'm over that shame because your girl is desperate and I need the funds. I work with Uber and Lyft when I can, but I just needed something more consistent, and McDonald's is always hiring. They're right up the street from my house too. So wish me luck. I'm about to go to my job interview.
You know, a lot of people are doing that. They're picking up multiple side hustles to try to pay off their debt. And I applaud them for that because it does get to a point where you have so much debt. You want to do whatever it takes to get rid of it, right? You try and pick up a side hustle. You just do everything possible to get rid of that debt because every day you wake up, you constantly have that reminder of the stupid mistakes that you made, and you're going to work not to just have money on the side to save and invest and enjoy life, but a majority of your money is all going to paying interest on all those damn debts that you have, and it just doesn't go away. It doesn't make work fun. It doesn't make a lot of things you do in life fun because it's never good waking up every morning, checking out your bank account to see exactly, how much money you have in your account and what you could afford and what you can't afford. And really, it's all just due to the fact of you having debt. But I would certainly caution a lot of people out there, especially her if she does watch this video. I mean, I doubt it she would, but if she bumps into my video, I caution so many people out there on this. Picking up a job like that where you're working overnight, you get 3 hours of sleep, is not going to work. Now, I don't care how much how motivated you are. You're going to hit a wall. You cannot just operate on 3 to 4 hours a day, right? That's it. With 3 or 4 hours of sleep, and you think you're going to be able to function on your full-time job and also at that job at night. Something is just going to give. Now, when it comes to paying off debt, I know people get excited, but there is better ways of doing it, right? You could just try to work smarter and become smarter rather than working harder because you're going to burn yourself out. And if her plan is to pay it off by 2028, doing this for 3 years, that is not going to work. You will get burnt out eventually. It doesn't. If people need to understand. I know Dave Ramsey's big on this with gazelle intent. You don't have to go all crazy to pay off your debt. You could just focus on it and do the best that you can every single day and make the right decision every single day. If you continuously do that, it's going to have a compound effect and you're going to pay that debt off a lot faster than expected. You might get a raise, you might get a better job opportunity. There's so many things that could come along the way that you do not need to just put yourself in that position where you're just extremely exhausted and you're just burnt out. All that hustle culture talk, yeah, man. I mean, I get it. Everyone wants to push that, but everyone right now is completely burnt out with the whole hustle culture. It has a certain limitation, and to go for 3 years of doing that, is not going to work. So how do you recommend, man? Just focus on yourself every single day. Make the right moves every single day. That's it, guys. Doing this Uber Eats and DoorDash, yeah, you could do some of that on the side, but that's not really what's going to put a dent on your debt. What's really going to put a dent on your debt is trying to increase your income, but not with doing jobs like that on the side. Just try to just master what you're doing now and try to be the best at what you're doing now in order for you to get more income to pay off that debt. And in the same time, just practice, instant gratification and saying no. No to all these purchases that you want to do. No to all these vacations. No to the things that you know you are going to have to sacrifice in order to pay off that debt. And that's what I mean by every single day. You just make smart decisions every single day, and that will compound. Because and I feel for her too, because it's like, yo, I understand you gotta do what you gotta do. She's gonna work at McDonald's or whatnot overnight, and I get it. But man, you gotta take care of your health. Cause what good is to have all this debt paid off and all this money if your health is shot? Right? Like this could all come crashing down if she gets exhausted, if she gets sick, all this could come crashing down. And for what? Right? For what? I mean, it's no good to have, wealth and to also become debt free if your health is going to be put at risk. You don't need to do that. Now, and I'm not here telling her as well or anyone out there like you do not need to hustle hard. Yeah, you do, but you got to do it. You hustle hard, you slow down. You hustle hard, you slow down. You have to have a nice little wave. Right? You can't just continuously stay with your foot on the gas and then just boom, just go at it. Because so many people get burnt out, and I've seen it, and I've been through it too. Cause I used to do DoorDash or Uber Eats to pick up some extra money on the side, and it exhausted me. And I was only doing like 3 hours extra a night. It's really, really, really exhausting. And for the pay, it wasn't worth it. Now, it definitely was making a dent, but for the pay, it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it at all. Like I actually don't know a lot of people, and maybe you guys could comment and let me know, who paid off all their debt with doing like Uber Eats and like DoorDash. Unless you have a very small amount, I get it. But even if you had a small amount, you have to admit you put in so much extra work. You put your car a bunch of wear and tear. You put yourself at risk for getting into an accident. Hopefully, you never did. But I hear stories out there that people actually got into car accidents. So it can make your situation worse. So slow down, be smart, and be strategic. Picking an overnight shift, working at McDonald's, we have a car at Amex, a job at Amex. I think you should just focus on that. Try to increase income as much as you can. And then maybe in the side you want to pick up some extra side hustles, then go ahead. But poor girl, hope she don't get burnt out. Guys, drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think. At the same time, hit the like, leave a comment, and subscribe. Peace.